Hey fight fans, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most anticipated showdowns in boxing history, Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. If you missed the latest press conference, buckle up because it was an absolute spectacle. Tyson and Paul faced off in an explosive event that had the entire fight world buzzing. We're going to break down every moment of that conference, analyze what it means for both fighters, and explore how this clash is shaping up to be a monumental event in boxing. Let's get into it.
You got a YouTuber fighting the greatest fighter
that Mike Tyson had to be a part of this in order for this room to be filled this way. Great, your name. He says you're taking this fight only to continue to puff up the YouTuber sort of image of yours. What are your thoughts about that?
History. This is what it's all about for me, man. I'm a kid from Ohio. New York. Shut New York. Hey, boo yourself. Boo yourself, New York. Hey, New York. New York. New York. You're just like Mike Tyson. You were good 20 years ago. New York. Dumbass Democrats.
Thank you guys for coming out.
The press conference leading up to their fight on November 15, 2024, at AT&T Stadium was nothing short of electrifying. Mike Tyson, the legendary former heavyweight champion, was on a warpath. Known for his intense personality and unparalleled boxing prowess, Tyson used the platform to deliver a verbal barrage that left Jake Paul reeling. Tyson's comments were sharp, direct, and designed to cut through Paul's bravado. Tyson's sharp wit and unyielding confidence were on full display. His brutal honesty about Jake Paul's place in the boxing world was a stark reminder of the gap between seasoned legends and social media stars. Tyson didn't hold back. He tore into Paul with a level of intensity that was both impressive and intimidating. The crowd was clearly on Tyson's side, with cheers erupting whenever he spoke, while Jake Paul's attempts at retorts were met with growing derision. Jake Paul, ever the showman, tried to elevate his status by comparing himself to boxing legends like Muhammad Ali. This move, however, was met with skepticism and even outright mockery. Muhammad Ali is not only remembered for his incredible skill in the ring, but also for his impact on and off the canvas. Ali's matches against Sonny Liston, Joe Frazier, and George Foreman are celebrated not just for their athleticism, but for their historical significance. In contrast, Jake Paul's career has primarily been characterized by his high-profile matches against a mix of retired fighters and fellow YouTubers. The comparison to Ali was not only audacious, but seemed to trivialize the legacy of one of boxing's greatest icons. Tyson made it clear that Paul's attempts to align himself with Ali were misplaced and showed a lack of understanding of what it truly means to be a legend in the sport. Tyson's critique wasn't just about throwing shade. It was a call for Paul to prove himself against real competition. Tyson's career is a tapestry of legendary moments, from his early days as the youngest heavyweight champion to his fierce rivalries and comeback stories. Tyson faced and defeated some of the best fighters of his era, building a legacy that's recognized worldwide. Jake Paul's career, while notable for its own reasons, hasn't yet matched that level of competition or achievement. One of the most poignant moments of the press conference was Tyson's warning to Jake Paul about the physical risks of stepping into the ring with him. Tyson's reputation for knockout power and his ability to deliver devastating blows were well documented throughout his career. His fights against Michael Spinks and Trevor Berbick remain iconic, and the ferocity of his punches is still talked about today. For Jake Paul, facing Tyson is a different level of challenge. Tyson's power and technique are the result of years of training and real competition. Jake Paul, despite his impressive knockout victories and high-profile wins, has yet to face an opponent with Tyson's level of skill and experience. Tyson's warning was not just a threat, but a reminder of the real danger involved in this matchup. Jake Paul's recent fight against Mike Perry, which he won via a sixth-round knockout, was seen by many as another example of cherry-picking opponents. While Paul's victory was noteworthy, it was criticized for being a mismatch rather than a true test of his abilities. Tyson's challenge is a different beast entirely, a test of Paul's skills, heart, and resilience. Despite the spectacle that Jake Paul can create, the press conference was a stark reminder of the gap between his public persona and Tyson's legendary status. While Paul thrives on attention and drama, Tyson's presence commands respect and awe. The crowd's reaction was a testament to Tyson's enduring legacy and the reverence he commands in the boxing world. Tyson's age, while a topic of discussion, should not be mistaken for a weakness. At 58, Tyson has continued to train rigorously, maintaining an impressive physique and staying in peak condition. His use of modern training techniques and recovery technologies has allowed him to preserve his power and agility. Tyson's dedication to his fitness is evident, and he remains a formidable opponent despite the passing years. The press conference wasn't just about personal animosity, it was a clash of eras and philosophies. Tyson represents the golden age of boxing, a time characterized by raw power, fierce competition, and a no-nonsense approach to the sport. Jake Paul, on the other hand, represents the modern era where social media fame and spectacle often overshadow traditional measures of success. This fight is a collision of these two worlds, and the contrast between them is both fascinating and dramatic. As we approach the fight date, the anticipation is palpable. Tyson's experience and skill set against Jake Paul's showmanship and marketing prowess promise to make this an unforgettable bout. The fight will not only test Jake Paul's abilities, but will also serve as a significant moment in Tyson's storied career. Whether Jake Paul can rise to the occasion or if Tyson will prove too much to handle remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: this fight is set to be a historic event. So, fight fans, what do you think about Tyson's brutal takedown of Jake Paul? Do you believe Tyson will prove too much for Paul, or is there a chance Jake Paul could pull off an upset? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated with all the latest boxing news and analysis. We'll be back with more coverage as we count down to this highly anticipated fight. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.